Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Heather.
And we are
Masterpiece Astrology.
We're here with your forecast this week for December 17th through Saturday, December 23rd. And we're going to start with Sunday today. And today we have a new moon. That's one of the three big themes this week, by the way. The new moon on Sunday and Saturn into Capricorn on Tuesday. And then we have Mercury going direct in Sagittarius on Friday.
Yay!
So today, Sunday, is a new moon tonight, and this is the last gasp, folks, to clear out beliefs that aren't serving you well.
Right, and its main focus is on, it has a conjunction to Venus and to Mercury with and also Saturn, right?
Right, we got 4 planets in Sagittarius.
And then it trines Uranus.
So it's fiery.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of focused on relationships and our views on relationships and kind of changing and bringing a new beginning, because new moon is all about new beginnings. So it's just kind of focus on changing our views.
And communicating our views to others, communicating our philosophy, communicating our dogma, communicating. Sagittarius wants to communicate big things.
Right. And it's all very positive and happy. It's
to
all
a point
good stuff.
where it's in denial. Sagittarius, we were just talking how Sagittarius...
It can be overly optimistic, but it's good to start out things overly optimistic, because eventually, the world beats you down.
It does, and Saturn and Capricorn is going to start doing that on Tuesday. So all more reason Sunday. The other thing about this new moon in Sag, it's fiery. It's squaring Chiron and Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's a big asteroid, and it really helps us understand the paradox of the wound, because we all have a wound that hurts us, and we're all trying to heal our wound, and yet Chiron also asks us to accept the truth that some wounds can't be healed. So it's kind of this paradox of healing with Chiron.
Yeah.
This square allows us, during this new moon, to really clarify truth. This is our last chance, I think, really to clear out and release beliefs that don't serve us, because this new moon's at 27 degrees Sagittarius.
26.
26, okay, and it's Saturn is right there at 29 degrees. We're going to talk about that in just a bit.
Yeah.
And so, because it's the end of a Sagittarius cycle, and it's a new beginning with the new moon, we can both release the ending of old Sagittarian beliefs that don't serve us and make room for this new positive vision of the future. And that's kind of what I'd like to leave you with.
So that's going to be kind of a focus for the whole week and going forward until our next moon cycle, until the full moon. And then on Monday, Monday is going to be, Monday is where the East Coast is going to experience that full moon. So you'll wake up with that full moon energy on the East Coast. But overall, Monday is kind of an ambitious day. It's a good day to get things done.
Yes, it is, absolutely. It's absolutely a good day for that. I think we have Moon and Mars in the evening, so I would just watch out. A Moon in Capricorn sextiling Mars in Scorpio. That could just make for some energy that could be kind of power struggle energy and communication. It also could be hard work, so just watch it.
I think it's going to be good for focus and just kind of getting stuff done.
I think so.
I think it's good. I mean, it's the week before Christmas, so it's just kind of like getting your loose ends tied up kind of week.
Be a good night to go. Be good to go for a walk after work and talk to someone. Good exercise after work. Get use of that energy or do a project.
Yes. And then Tuesday is a big whopper. That's the day Saturn goes into Capricorn, and it's going to be there for 18 months. It's going to be there until December.
Oh no, close to 3 years.
2020.
Yeah, 3
So it'll be there for 18 months.
No, 18 months is a year and a half. So it's going to be there for 3. It's going to be there for like 3 years almost. So it's almost into 20. But it's going to feel. We're going to wish it were 18 months, I think. But with Saturn and Capricorn at 9 o'clock at night. And then we have there's sextiles during the day with Moon and Neptune in the morning and Moon and Jupiter in the morning. So I think it might feel okay in the morning.
Right.
But
Saturn and Capricorn itself, are we talking about that yet, or are we going to wait until after our forecast?
Yeah, I think it's such a big deal.
Wednesday is a wild card day. It is an anything goes social butterfly day. So if you have Christmas parties or work parties, it's a great day to be a part of that.
It's a good night to also socialize. It'll feel good.
And then Thursday, Mercury is actually stationary direct starting on the 20th, which means that it stopped its motion moving backwards. So making a decision from the 20th Wednesday the 20th, you can start to do that. But it is moving closer to Friday where it actually goes direct. So Thursday is a great day for Ashley's.
Oh, I think
it's a tough day. Thursday is a really tough day.
No, it really is. It starts really out. Is. Well, what happens is the moon went into Aquarius Wednesday night, and that's why we said Wednesday's going to be
and
fun.
Sun goes into Capricorn on Thursday as well, and that's the solstice.
It is. Wow, yeah. And so this is what's going on Thursday. We got that Capricorn energy. Sun and Saturn are going to come together in the sky at noontime Pacific time, and that's kind of a real reality check. It's kind of like the credit card bill coming in the air. And then the moon went into Aquarius the night before, which is why we said it was a fun night. But Thursday morning when you wake up, that moon's squaring Mars and Scorpio. Aquarius and Scorpio really do not like each other very much. I mean, I'm an Aquarius, and I got to tell you, Scorpio, all those emotions and that need to like dig beneath the surface can feel kind of irritating. So watch out Thursday morning for any kind of anger and strong moods. Just step away, take the high road. And that's why we're saying it's a rough day, and also Sun, Saturn, and Capricorn. Yeah, right. it's heavy and weighty. And then Friday, Mercury goes direct.
TGIF.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo,
I think on
good
Friday.
day.
And Mercury goes direct at like 5:30 Pacific time in the evening, and I think you're going to see that day and Thursday as well some real awareness of
you can move forward, and what Mercury directs, it's going to go through a shadow period until January. I'm not sure what the date is when it reaches the point where it originally went retrograde.
Right.
So from here until that point, we're going to be continually going back through things that have come up over the last month and a half.
Yeah,
and you're going to clear it up this time. You're going to be able to clear it up.
It's the last, yeah, because Mercury's going to go, no, it's all right, but I think it's just so exciting, this energy, because the Mercury is going through the end of Sagittarius until like the beginning of January, and it's going to help us clear up those Sagittarian themes. I mean, one thing we've really been talking about is this, when Mercury goes direct in Sag, it's going to square Neptune in Pisces, and that's going to happen on Friday, and so that is going to kind of... Neptune is illusion and deception, and we see what we want to see with Pisces and
Neptune. It's also intuitiveness, it's also philosophical, and it's a lot of daydreamy. So I would think that it's going to be a little bit overly optimistic in a way.
It could. I think there's the over-optimism, but now that Saturn's in Capricorn, folks, it's going to kind of help us see something real. And when Mercury and when Sagittarius and Pisces have been squaring each other, as they have for the last 3 years, Saturn and Sag, Neptune and Pisces. You have philosophy, Sag, squaring Pisces, which is, again, it can be very creative and mystical, but it also can really be very deceptive. I mean, Neptune and Pisces is the sign of deception and the addict. And so all I'm saying on Friday is the principle of communication and thinking is going to be challenged by deception and fantasy. Confusion. So I'm thinking, at least news-wise on Thursday and Friday, those two principles are fake news. Sagittarius and Pisces, the last 3 years, we saw the invention of fake news, and now we're ending this cycle that brought us fake news. So I'm just
Thank God. I'm so sick of the fake news.
Well, we're going to keep hearing...
All news is fake,
right?
Pretty much.
But on Friday, when Neptune goes direct, I think we're going to start seeing some really interesting discussion collectively about fake news. Or there's going to be a fake news story coming out.
Or if we can just stop using the term fake news, it would be great.
Well, maybe with Saturn going into Capricorn, this is the beginning of that. Because Saturn is this is real, folks. I mean, we've been going through a lot of kind of fantasy, Facebook fantasy the last few years. So I think we're going to start seeing some truth. Anyway.
And Saturday is a nice stable day. It's a good prep day for the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Get everything done on your list, or your cooking, or whatever outfit you're getting. Whatever you have planned, it's a great day to just kind of get that started and finish up. It's a nice emotionally stable day.
It is, and with Mercury direct, things are clearer because things have really felt like it's been rushing to something. And I think we just kind of talked about this, about the 29 degrees, and you had a great way of expressing that.
Well, 29 degrees is the last degree of every sign, so it's basically like this buildup of all this energy right up to the 29 degree mark, and then we move into 0 degrees of the next sign where it just disperses in a whole different way, and it's kind of like life. It's, it's constant evolution. With astrology, you're never done with all the challenges, just like in life. It's a constant thing. Everybody that I know that's into astrology, they're like, oh God, I can't wait till Mars goes into this sign. And that,
I know.
but really, once it happens, and you're like, it does. There's some other hurdle that you have to work towards. It's constant, exactly right. and that's just life. But it's almost like 29 degrees is like a cannon. The ball's going through this long shaft of the cannon until all of a sudden, it's been in this tube and this, energy, and then all of a sudden it explodes out and it's now out into the world, and it's, this whole other, world.
And it really calls us to release, because at 29 degrees, the planet has touched every degree of Sagittarius. Saturn has touched all 29 degrees of Sag the last 2.5 years.
And so
it's done.
It's extremely an intense degree.
It is super intense until Saturn goes into Capricorn on Tuesday. Yeah. So it is really a last clearing out of things that are all the Sagittarian shadow, the Sagittarian light. It's all going,
So that'll be a really good thing.
Oh, it is. And also so let's review quickly the Saturn and Capricorn.
Saturn and Capricorn is going to bring us over the next 18 months structure, ambition, discipline, long-term, well-built structures. It's going to, you're going to see it a lot in the government. I'm going to be optimistic despite what's actually happening right now. I'm just going to say that because we've had this Neptune influence on this Saturn and Sag, we're now moving into Saturn and Pluto having a greater influence along with Uranus in a square type situation. So it's going to feel tense, and there's going to be a lot of changes in the structures that we currently have right now.
Because Pluto is in Capricorn.
It's going to kind of destroy and then rebuild. So it's kind of, we got to see how this is going to work out in our government. But in our own personal lives, if you are a Capricorn, if you are a Libra, if you are a Cancer,
if you are an Aries,
you will be affected.
Yep, you're gonna be feeling some brakes being put on.
If you are an Earth sign, if you are a Taurus, if you are a Virgo, you will be. And actually, it's going to create more stability for the Virgo and the Taurus to
it's good
be able to.
So I think that's
get stuff done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see. Right now, it's really hard to predict how it's going to feel and how it's going to appear in our personal lives as well as the world. But as we move forward into the week, we'll kind of get some kind of a...
We'll get a sense of it, and when we come back next week, we can talk to you about how Saturn and Capricorn has been feeling. Until then, we just want to leave you with this new moon on Sunday. Again, Sagittarius is the wisdom of the body, and learning about the kind of philosophical wisdom that we have within us. The body is our temple. 4 planets are in Sagittarius right now, and they're moving out fast. With this new moon, it's on the galactic center, the center of the Milky Way at 27 degrees of Sag. It allows us at this time to really just ask that we connect with our beliefs, form new empowering beliefs that are positive, and let go of beliefs that just don't serve us.
And I ask you to hit that red subscribe button and hit the little bell so you can get notifications the next time we upload a video.
Yeah, please do that, and we'll see you next week.
And merry, happy Vlogmas, holidays,
Solstice,
Hanukkah.
Solstice, folks, this week on Thursday. We'll be back. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.